introduction, but Sunil Sree is a seasoned person in the field, and he's definitely be able to communicate and explain this process, multidisciplinary artist that he is. Maybe you can take us through your process and everything. I think there will be some videos also. Yeah? Okay.
Thanks so much. So I'll start with the introduction within the work itself. So I'm trying to present from 2007. So I think that is a major transition period which I take art seriously after college. So I joined the Academy and I started working on series. So every time I think about work or plan my work, I go through two things. One is I enjoy the process. I deeply want to like the process. The next thing is how much it is connected to the common to see it directly or indirectly. So this is train tickets which I used to travel to my college every day. So then I start scribbling over it slowly. And all the diagrams, abstraction I deal with is just the fragmented memory of what I see every day. Like you see trees, plants, flowers, anything I have a memory of. I don't make it a photo memory or I don't document it as an object or a thing. So every time it is a fragmented memory. So I've done a series of work till 2020 when still I'm able to get tickets. I was doing it. So I split it.
Yeah, sorry.
Cool. So these the old calendaring have 2 feet wide, 2 feet of sizes. So it's like a calendar. Every time I get a ticket, it is a new approach, and I draw diagrams over it and keep collecting it. So then, at some point, I may ignore some pieces and I start new pieces and make it into a composition.
So this is a daily journey you have, or you collected tickets in the?
No, both. Because one, it is initially it started as a very natural thing. So ticket as an object, it is a document of your travel. So as I've traveled to Nagarkoil many times, so then ticket is a placing where you find a seat. Even people put kerchief to take a seat in a bus or a train. So you go there, you put a kerchief, my kerchief is there, you can't. So then how much is a ticket a document to people is very important. It documents about a particular travel and this has been about that particular time. So then I experimented how it can go with the forms, how I form the forms, and then splitting with those forms and those things. Again, masking tape and different mediums over it, but different composition.
These are still train tickets.
Yes, there are 2 types. One is degradable, which is the British time train, which is the small one. These are machine tickets. Now it's not available. So, humanization is not. Next.
Previous one, please, so that I kind of make out some snakes and ladders. Was that yeah?
No. I start minimalizing the drawings wherever I can use the work, and I experiment within the material and within the form I have, and I keep experimenting.
But is this a montage of many tickets, or is it one ticket?
It's a montage.
But you slip them.
Yes. These are the initial tickets. So these have a biography layer. When you put it on the floor and all, it easily. So the painting I do also, I'll use watercolor pencils and all those forms.
So what do you do?
These are works that, and I separate my works in different categories also periodically. So I start with train tickets. I work with forms, different forms, 3D forms. So then I may stop for some time and then go back again. Maybe I will be going back to 2008 or 2007 and I see and So I keep a connection over it, like sleeping with your work. It's near to you, and every day you have a connection, and it's your language. So the day I go back and answer. Next.
So these are like, do you frame them? How do you frame them? Do you put a glass?
Mostly 2 or 3 works. These works are glass frames. So slowly, if anyone see the work, it should get damaged also. I've lost so many works of this. Still it's there. So then I start working on installations during 2008, 9 and 10. And those times I thought of how much connect I can make a connection to the people, and how much I can work on installation as. So 2010 I started experimenting in more of participatory work, like rain tickets at 2 subjects. So next slide, sorry. Yeah, next. In the tickets, I have 1,000 tickets. So I started. So I can also talk to them. So you want to familiarize with number also, I can talk. So in the tickets, the collective, the rupees, rupees, all those things I started together, and I want to show the crowd how tickets represent the crowd. Like 1,000 tickets means 1,000 people travel. So to show the metaphor, I started working on those things. Slowly, I get it into a collective form. This may happen in 2020. It's not an area. So then, it's just one year. Next. And this is during 2008. This is the first work I wrote out of the ticket. This is very important work, and I start recollecting how I can work with forms and the areas. So this is best ticket. So in my childhood, I have seen a lot of. This is a child game, like you have a lottery ticket, something you pay 1 rupee or something, and the number will be added into it. You get tear off, and there will be some number inside, and according to the number you get. So imagine all those graphic senses I started working on. And the around forms which I work in the dots, more of when I get very low, I go very basic forms with lines, dots, circles, and all those things. And I try to recollect myself and how I can work on. I work on the composition completely new, and then I start to expand that work into different forms of materials. Next. This is basic format to dot list how much I can play on it. So this is where you get to read on some sheet. So I sit for a day or something and completely complete the work and see how much I can start and use it for 4 hours. From the yellow drawings, then quickly I started working with the cubes. So these are cubes, wooden cubes of 1 inch height or 1.5 inches height. So I want the work to be interactive, so people can touch or play over it, so you can turn and see. So this happens after I've seen this Buddha, like in masteries, you can see like you can interact with it. So then I get those inspiration and I work on that. Next. So after seeing this work was commissioned in higher agency. So I've done a large work on that. See the next slide. Next. Yeah. These works, and again as a metaphor, I want to use my childhood memories and all those stuff. These are sweetmeat bottles. It's a very common bottle throughout the country. You go to any shops, you can see this bottle. So I start stacking my work itself inside the bottles, and I've done this exhibition in my solo shop also. So I've done a lot of work on these series. So I stuck my own works inside, like ticket box and the cubes and everything inside, and even the basic forms I work and I just install them.
Is there a liquid inside or it's just?
No, it's just. inside of the bottle. Now I have worked on the outer side of it. So then these are vinyl stickers, small stickers and western, and the same ticket line drawings are represent over it. So let's start. You can see a continuous line. So I titled this constellation. So these are that and the small plastic spoons. So as an experiment, I started on work on these also. One or two things. Yeah. So then I like to play with words also. So something coming to mind, not directly poem or poetry. The literature which has strong thoughts, meanings, or anything like that. So I'm very keen with J. Krishnamurthy's text and all those things. Then that have a lot of thinking towards, and I start thinking how it can be used in art, how I can use as a visual and all these things. So then the original hand is being photographed and photograph has been formed, and again completely digital photograph. So it is like you're seeing at a continuous mirror or multiple mirror. This is during 2009, and this is you are seeing this slugs. So it gives a line on the walls or something. So then I traced it. Then from that I have done that. The same line have been represented. So I connect myself with other living organisms and coexistence of these species and how it's been, how I listen to it. So then I've printed. That is completely easy. This is the work I'm talking about. The cubes from that cube, this work is being commissioned with iron. So they have a key concept is honeycomb, and so within the cube I started this work, and this is installed in first floor lobby. So people walk through and interact with the work also. It's turnable and it's adjustable and stuck continuously from the ceiling. The detail of it. So this is done by laser on wooden cubes, and the cubes are hollow, which is done by the carpenter. So then all the cubes were hollow made and it's weightless. And over there, my own drawing I transformed into a digital format and then laser integrated the same drawing in training which I used. This is a very important work for me personally. Then, out of all my thoughts, how much I connect myself and the society and what I see in everyday life. This is actually a biryani kunda, the installation which you see on the Madras streets. So the impression on the vessel is inside. So I made them in a plate and I printed it. So two images. So this is from the plate. So then I printed it. So in 2009, and the part of kinetics group we had installed it there. So Cholamandal. So Cholamandal we had one show, and this work was installed. 2011, and this is the rubber seed which I generally see in our native Nagarkoil. So there are rubber trees. So the rubber seeds were being in the season of March, April, May, and during our vacation we used to collect all those things. And this is generally a revenue making seed. So people, the children go collect and they can sell it to the shop, like 5 rupees per kg or something. So they earn over it. So then these seeds have a metaphor, and so I brought it to Chennai, and during the art Chennai event I was installing it. So the whole concept is completely different. I collected as a seed, and then I used the seeds to show the corner, and it was like I started working on the political conditioning of human existence. So how corner being treated in an architectural space also. So I inclined a little towards architecture, space, and all those things. So then my brother was studying architecture, so he was my roommate. So then we talked about discuss and all those things. So how corner becomes essential. So here I have done also an installation during this time. So I was doing this installation in Arch. This is during my show in America, and this is actually the jackfruit is made of fiber, and the tree is actually a bird. I got it from native to transport, and I installed it. So this fiber-made fruit is attached to a rubber tree. The rubber tree and anything is not edible, but people still rely on it to only for the rubber latex is used for tire making and all these things. So I foresee what is happening. Even in our native, people start destroying the organic fruits and all those things, and they are transforming the rubber trees and how they get to. So I title this as yield with ease, and I use jackfruits made of fiber and stuff.
Nice.
This is also in 2009-8. Because that most of you being familiar with. So this is from a wine shop. So generally we see it on the street. So people start buying the liquor bottles and just try to put that on the walls of the streets. So initially I want to make that into a work, and then suddenly I felt that it should be documented apparently what is happening. So I went to wine shops, taking videos, photographs, and then I put this panel on the walls of the wine shops, and they started sucking over it. Then I done an experiment over it. Next. So I went to the wine shop and take their photograph. So very familiar face of them, and printed it into a big vinyl and put it on the same wine shop. So then people start hesitating to put it on their faces. Okay, then I understand more how people live with very subconscious memory, or how they. I was too much into this unconscious, subconscious, or this conscious memory and all those things. Maybe because of reading the dictionary. So I try to connect more with those topics, and I did it as an experiment, and it was installed in my exhibition. So, this is during the Shadi Road residency. I stayed there and worked for a month, and then did a residency. So the title is Shape and Shape and Shape. So even I have the cube thought in my mind, and from the cube it is transforming to the liquid form. On the top I have used crushed plates. So I like taking materials which is very affordable to me also, and making it into an installation, so that the cups seems to be pouring down, and in the lower part it is trying to reconstruct another form. So the wall of this canvas is, I have photographed my skin, photograph of my skin and enlarged. Most of them are faced and overdrawn with the dots and the basic dots and all those things to keep the same texture. So collectively, it looked like a cube. At the same time, you see the texture and all those things. The same dots. So I used it. The day when I started using the newspaper is the newspaper became a document when you start the residency. So I was there for a tea and something. So as a newspaper, I started. So I picked it and started working on it. So any moment which I don't see any inspirations on it, I go and work on those, and it becomes a layer like 3 years. So I install the same way on the wall. So everyone could see interactive. It becomes an interactive surface. Taking those inspiration, I brought it to the posters. I bought these posters from city posters who post posters on the wall. And then I started basically working it, and then next one. So this is the finished. So initially I worked with the 2 images, and there is so much of layer in it. So when I stand before a street every day, for a bus or a train, I see the walls keep changing every day, and there is a lot of interaction between the someone will come and use the poster, and another one will come and cheer, and somebody will just poke it. So a lot of things the interaction is going on. So then I start working on this, get it done as an artist. is 2013 and I was, after my one-man show and all those things, I see a lot of struggle, how could I go with it. And I was sending resumes and biodatas, two different things. Biodatas, artist CV and one is for my daily life, how I carry my teaching career or I should go full time. So I'll be sending mails and so then it's like people would say you are writing in water. So sometimes you may not get the response or you don't know how to go with it. So there is a huge struggle between my 2013 to 15 time. So then I think this elegant study and I've seen a lot of scripts being done on the walls of temples with hope and in the tourist places they do scripts. So I was just writing all my biodata on its plan and photograph. Yeah, so like playing with words and this is an installation I've done on Delta Academy during the Artists exhibition 2014. So this wall I was painting it in a different place and dismantled it and bringing it. The reconstruction term is very important for me during that time. And the Hitler remains I want to use some local politician and all those things during those times. But I didn't do it because there may be in LK I may bring problems, so I just transform it into it. So I painted the Hitler and the reconstruction text with I've initially constructed with Arco, just clay, then painted it, then dismantled it with numbering and all that, rearranged it.
Date?
2014, 14 October. The size will be 10 feet. Next. This is a show I had in Samudra in 2000 during those times. So I used the iron bar used on a sausage sheet and used hair also, human hair, small bits of hair, and these two images I have. It's a small 1 feet by 1 feet. Yeah, then these are drawings I made during 17, 18 time. So then, as I said, I start with very basic forms and I was inclined towards organic things because I've shifted from Chennai to a place called Mumbai, where I teach in architecture. So that time I was more into nature, where I was connected with the city. So I had an opportunity, like, since my childhood, I had the same thing in childhood. I used to go around and see anything into my inspiration is more of seeds, leaves, trees, and all this stuff. And this is the paper delay. So the edges were torn, initially pasted. Yeah, 2017, I had this exhibition in Arnawaz Vasudev Charities. So this is generally the original Rosacle, and I have used human figures, small human figures. I realize these work have transformed lately into bigger works, which I'm doing now. Then this was a beginning. I directly use human figures in my work. This is the first work. So I want to represent those. So there is a saying that you go to a shop and remember about dosa, you only remember about who have made it. So it is only about who have made it. So I see you in the who have made it suggesting. So so it's not only a singular process who made it. So we humans just talk about who made this dosa. So it's more than that. So I base number of humans on that. So it's not one, it's more than that. And this work I was doing the praises of the steel plates which served in the hotels. So I've made a table and installation that I titled as man-made, and it's a representation how everything is storing away the concrete walls and all this stuff. So against the food only we are doing that. So all these inspirations I have collectively seen in those the area which is near to Melbourne. This is again with the food trays on it. You can see the rice trays is collecting there. So that level the supper similar to machine. I've done like 6-7 pieces on this. This is again I have printed this with the hay bundle, which commonly seen in those areas, and seeing the road expanding. And there is two divisions we're talking about. One, if we talk about the road or the padding, and it's a conflict. I'm not taking the sides, but two materials and two medium come into my mind. So one is the tar, which use coal tars, which use for road making, and another is the hay. So I did this exhibition in data. So the hay bundle, so this part I have taken as a print. So from that I have taken it. So the whole bundle is lifted with pulleys and put it on the car and transferred to the board. In this one, I have started working on a series of called resources. This is the found object sculpture on the top, and I've made that into a charcoal powders. And the body I made it as an resource in the sense God, and we see everything as a resources, even God is a resource. This was being exhibited in Art Fair during this century. Yeah, that I have done this thing as separated two books like that. So that any period there is a shell on the side. So bisected it, and the outer part is done with charcoal, and the inner part is plain. So it's like a book cover and a contact screen. So yeah, this work again, how I see the aerial view of earth in a sense. So then the mining and all those things is how I'm not taking it operationally. I'm always seeing it visually and trying to not taking it on the sides of it, but seeing what is happening around. So then how we depict on that. So I just these lines are just the depth with the router, and the inside part I've stuck the charcoals and little of tar also. And this is during the pandemic. I've done a lot of drawings like this, 200 drawings, and then start selecting that. So these are all small 6 inches drawings. Again, inspired from nature scenes and all those things. I'm not directly trying to portray those, so I've transformed enough, however I like it. Again, this is I got it from the inspiration from the palm tree. Palm tree, there is a male version of the palm tree. The trees don't separate by gender, but in palm tree there is gender, male tree and a female tree. So the male tree had a trunk like this. So I worked with again the cold and this is built in 2003, and this is again the poster inspirations, and bringing those drawing senses to physicality with different materials. So I just put Fevicol or glues and just base paper and peel it back. So I've done like 20 days of videos, and then I start seeing like how the drawings can become different. During 2024, and I had a fracture in my leg and I was on the bed. So I was more into the thought process of installations, moving around, doing stuff, building things and all that stuff. But I didn't realize how mobility is so important and you get stuck. And I was on the bed, and then my friend's simulation all led up to get the material, and I started being in the bed. I started working on a few color works, which till now you may not be see the color, more of color works, and then I started working on the color works. This work the same, like I want to represent the lines as just being only the dead. These are not just lines, I've made it with the router. So at a distance you can see this line, but when you go closer it have 1 inch. So by depth only you will see it. So I want to experiment on this. So I think this may extend it to my sculptural things also. This is also done during the stunts when I work and this is 4x4 and 4 feet high. So 2 different ones and after a series of color box. It's more of a like a study. In 2022 during pandemic, and this is 4 feet by 4 feet, approximately the drawing, only the drawing. And this is again the rubber seal which I've done very earlier, and I took 1 seal and then start working on it. So that have small details like this. So then it's ink on it. This is again a print which I made it from a tamarind tree root. Just close to my studio, I see a tamarind tree, and this have all the directions of trees, the roots going. It's an aerial view, not the depth. So it's an aerial view. I bisected it like this. So bisected, and that side there must be a compound where no roots goes to that side. Gives me a template, so I get it to the mill and cut it, and I've made a small impression on it, like the basic dots which I initially used, and I made it to the. Yeah, this is the detail. All the sheets, it's A4 sizes, so every sheet has this much of small details, like how the sensitivity of the texture and all those things. Because in the early one, I started this series of work with human forms as flaps. To the metaphor of how we see ourselves as packing boxes. We buy everything in packing boxes. We even buy drinking water in packing boxes. So packing boxes are very familiar, like how it's a representation to human. So to see anything, you can buy it. So in packing boxes. So then the flaps becomes very subjective to me, and so these works are more of done with metal sheets and welded fabricated, and I have used automated printing to work on it. These are experiments made during the time when I was working on this. So these are the medicine covers, toothpaste covers, and all those flaps is the subject that I've worked on. Again, this is 5 feet by 4 feet with a metal fabrication and painted the top of it. This it's in Veda gallery, the recent show I had with candidates. So this is also so I start minimalizing things, identifying different forms and all those things.
questions? Anybody? Comments?
What is the meaning of planning communication? It started from the same details. This is the artist camp work and scenic lines play a vital role in your creations. So, what is the meaning?
The first thing, I have enormous freedom on it because I take it. So if I draw something, then a portrait or something, so then I'm only committed to those portrait and how I'm doing it. So it's merely a crafting to me. So then I'm crafting only the portrait. So and the relation is only with the portrait who I'm drawing and what I'm seeing on it. So then here I see like forms and I give the viewers a complete freedom of seeing also. So may not be very specific with who is going to have a look on it. Maybe a kid also can come and enjoy. Maybe they find objects or images through my lens. I give the complete freedom. I take the complete freedom to work on it.
Macha, my son wants to ask you a question.
No. Why you want to be artist?
That's good. It's a deep question.
You should ask everyone in this place.
Yes. Why do you want to be an artist?
Everyone.
So I think I must be interested in 6th standard like your Akka. So I want to draw steps. Then my parents is little authorized. My father may not support completely. I think not even today. And my mother wanted to do what I like. So she had some clarity and she saved some money and sent me to classes without knowing my father. So before father coming back, I'll go for the classes and come back. So I think from 6th standard I pay 20 rupees and go for classes, completely academic. So then they are diploma students who study diploma. And I should remember those teachers also. So then I want to extend it, but still it's a village. We don't see so much of opportunity. Then by 10th I want to drop. I don't want to study anymore. Very bad at maths and all those things. So I will eventually may fail. So I want to stop it and go with art. Then some of my relatives said you can't stop here, you can't do a college. I think I should have to do +1 and +2 and somehow finish it. Then there are some family issues and I can't go with studies also. Then this getting more deeper in me, like I'm struggling every time. So I'll come to the answer. I should answer quickly. So when the struggle is more, I want more. When I want to move. So if you're not struggling, if you're comfortable, maybe if my father agreed with it, I may not end up in this. So then the struggle is more, I want to get connected. I want to see people who love art. So my grandmother is another one in arts professionally. So then she talks about it, but my father don't like it because he sees so much guns. So all these things became a struggle. Am I answering you?
Thank you.
So you have a father who always agrees. But eventually that never ends there. Till today we have things roaming around. So many juniors sitting here. So they may be passionate or may not be passionate or they want to pursue. But I believe the struggle is still there. To be an artist or to go with it, you have to agree with that. Done? No.
Yes.
So, thank you to
Every day I'm getting money sleep.
Okay. Thanks. I want to thank sir also for this kind of opportunity. And for this, after a long time I'm doing a presentation. I think 2012 and done it in Shanti Road. After that, I haven't done it. So then this is where I recall myself, everything what I've done. So, this again, all the inspirations to me.